Welcome to Spiritually Raw. We expose and explore controversial truths, myths, and theories surrounding the spirit world. Guests include QAnon experts, investigators, debunkers, and skeptics of the supernatural, unexplained, and flat-out unimaginable. Content discussed on this show is not necessarily the opinion of the cast of Spiritually Raw, and topics quite often are for mature audiences only. This show is not intended to replace any medical, financial, or legal advice and is for entertainment purposes only. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Hello, everybody. How are you? And welcome to Spiritually Raw. Thank you so much for your energy exchange with us today. We hope you woke to the most miracle morning and are also having the most fortunate day today. So we had Dr. Charnel with us, and a lot of you have heard about us. And for those of you who have not heard about her before, then April's going to fill you up on that. I do want to remind you and thank you very much for staying connected with us. And the most effective way for you all to stay connected with us by joining our email list, which is spirituallyraw.com, so our name.com, and just opt in there. And this way, when we do get great guests like Dr. Charnel here, then you will be able to get notified. And before we get to Dr. Charnel, I just want to let you know that, this is amazing. So if we've always been talking about the hemp works with you all, right? And so we just wanted to kind of pick this apart a little bit so we can understand like how each one's working. So if you are getting that, like you need that clean energy, and you know what I mean by clean energy, yeah? So if you need that clean energy, then this is your friend right here. It's called Coffee Berry, okay? So I've been on this, and I tell you, it is like I wake up in the morning, I take it, and for hours, I mean, my mind expands. I'm totally tapped in. My critical thinking's at a much, much higher level. My intuition's at a higher level. It just expands your brain. I don't know what it does exactly, but it's not that jittery feeling like if you drink coffee.
Don't let the name fool you.
I don't even know what it means.
Coffee berry.
But it has nothing to do with coffee like that.
It's not
going to keep you up or wired out. But if you need that edge in the day, whether you're in business or whether you just needed to just stay alert, then Coffee Berry, I think, will be your new best friend.
Coffee Berry is what you want. The best way for people to describe this, if you could use like one word, if you've ever seen the movie Limitless and you see that they take a little pill, the next thing you know, their entire mind expands and they're laser focused and they're getting everything done. This is the closest thing you will find to Limitless. So if you need that mind boost, that clean energy feeling, that alertness, that clarity, that peace of mind, that energy,
that competitive edge.
If you're looking for the competitive edge, This is going to do it. You guys are going to love it.
There's your edge.
Thank you guys so much too. Just real quick before we get to the beautiful Dr. Charnel. If you guys could please take a moment right now and hit the like button. And if you like the video, please share the video. It's the only way we are going to be able to get around the YouTube
algorithms,
their analytics, their algorithms, all their stuff. So please, it's so important for you guys. If you could please help us out, hit the like button and share the video if you like it as well. And we're so grateful. Thank you so much.
And I'm sure you're just going to absolutely love this one with our great guest
I know
today,
you're
Dr.
going
Charnel.
to.
So Dr. Charnel,
Yep.
You want to tell us a little bit about her?
Absolutely. Hi, Dr. Charnel.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, terrific. Thank you so much for being on the show today. We're so looking forward to having you on.
Such an honor to be with you two. I've heard amazing things about you both. And so to finally connect, even if it's long distance tech, this is awesome. I love that technology that we have to be able to use it for good.
Absolutely. So let me tell you a little bit about Dr. Charnel. She is an international author, naturopathic doctor, and conference speaker. She specializes in igniting all the truth, and Truth and True Wholeness of Path, Mind, and Body. Dr. Charnel has done this through speaking over 44 countries, writing 5 books, including, which we're going to talk about today, The Science of Miracles. This is going to be such a cool topic. I'm so looking forward to it. The Science of Miracles, remembering the frequency of love. She also produces her crystal oils and the decree deck. If you guys definitely check out her website, she has everything all posted there all on her website. You're going to love everything she has. Now, on top of everything that she does, she's married. She has 5 children, 6 cats, 4 dogs, a hedgehog, and a turtle.
We just got rid of the hedgehog and the turtle, so we're down.
You did.
What'd they do? What they do to draw the short straw?
It's just time to move on. But yeah, we have a lot of other things going on right now to be able to add anything. So like we don't have enough, but all of us are busy. It's strange times, isn't it? But we're accommodating very well with high energy and doing good vibes along the way. So that works. It helps.
Absolutely. You couldn't have said it any better. Strange times. These are definitely the strangest of all strange times. So what are you doing? How are you, like, I know you've got your crystals, obviously. But do you ever have off days, even with everything, even with who you are, even with everything you know, even with all of your products? Do you ever have off days?
Of course, this is what humanity is about. You know, hybrids or not, we have, that technology to be amazing. But part of being amazing is that transfer factor where it's like you're assimilating all this stuff within and without, internal and external. And that's what's causing growth. Without pain and without transition, there isn't any movement or transition and maturity in our own lives and our own existence and why we're here. So yes, there are times as things come up, whether it's in the DNA and it pops up, or it's external, which comes in through the field because it's already in there. We only get what we are, but everything that mirrors in our lives or in our physical body is just to get our attention to say, hey, look at this. It's time to move this out. There's signals for us. We don't always, we're not always taught that these are signals, but we're in the process of clearing. And, I don't know if you look at scriptures, but scriptures talk about, looking at, God wanting to see us face to face. And like Moses did, it's like the more we clear, the more we're going to get that perfect image and be able to transfer that light out to the humanity. Love, light, and all of that. So
tell me a little bit about when you mentioned hybrids early. So are you implying that all of us are hybrids?
We are all from somewhere else. And we have the DNA of both. So that's the whole part of the ascension process, is not only our external lives, but our internal lives of learning to love in the middle of it. Without pain, without dark, there isn't any light or opportunity to light. You may not even know you are light until you're faced with certain opportunities and or questions where you now have the choice. So, if everything was perfect all the time and everybody just loved everyone and it was just this utopia of perfection, you wouldn't ever know if you have any integrity at all. But it's when you have those tough choices or tough external, internal things, then we're faced with, what are we going to do now? And it's how we respond, not react. If you look at medicine, there's some medicines that have side effects. Side effects are considered not good. There's a reaction versus a response. So when we're in our love source undercurrent and we're remembering love, then we respond instead of react. And the response time can be, really beautiful, and it can cause an opportunity for not only our growth, but for the growth of everybody, because everything we do inside actually affects the collective. So yeah, it's quite an interesting, like I said, it's an interesting time with a lot more opportunities than ever before. But, this champions are not made, they're not born in the ring, they're made there. And so it's when you have, training and putting good things in our body and making good choices over and over and over, that's what actually builds character and gives us the ability to be strong and to see what we're really made of.
You mentioned the word utopia. And a lot of people believe, and I want to get your viewpoint on this. A lot of people believe we're moving into some type of utopia. Are we in some format, or from your perspective, is that a fairy tale?
I think eventually there will be a place where that can exist, only because as we ascend, then we're going to be with all of those who have ascended, and those other dimensions are going to stay in their dimensions to work out their karma, but I look at scriptures as kind of a guideline to the blueprint of things, and of course there's a lot been translated incorrectly, taken out, things added, all of that stuff, but on a quantum level, there's great strength in scriptures. And, we know that in the end, there's going to be a big thing that happens and we win. God wins. I say we, meaning God in us wins, whoever that is. And so light and love always win. And the truth is still the truth, no matter if anyone is saying something different or not. It doesn't take away the vibration or the frequency of truth. So as we just keep on making. What's that?
Are we ascending now?
Everyone. Yeah, there are people on the planet who are already at the 11th dimension. Some people are still in 2D, 3D. Some people are trying to get to 4D. But we've with scalar waves, you can detect where people are, and you just check the biofield in your cells. Your cells project into the field. And so, again, the inner work is so important. The more we're thinking about what we're thinking about and what we're feeling and putting good things in our body. I know you guys are real, healthy physically people on purpose, doing things with consciousness, but also with being deliberate and conscious in what you eat and what you drink and whatever you do all for the glory of God. All means all. So, drinking good water and green juice and using all the supplies that God has given us, tools to help sharpen our edge. And this is a mechanical body. It's a miracle, and under the right circumstances, it's going to heal itself, and it's going to do a major technology that our DNA is allowed to do: bilocation, transportation, healing, remote healing, remote viewing, just dreams, visions, going different places. Everything is right here. It says greater things than these, that greater than Jesus. That's kind of a big deal. But the technology doesn't work when it doesn't have the right tools or the right idea. I mean, you can have a car sitting in the driveway, but if you don't know that it's yours and that you can drive it, then, it's just going to sit there. Same thing if you put the wrong gas in it, not going to get very far. If the transition's broke, not going to get very far. But I think a lot of people are waking up to realizing, I have a car and I can drive it, and we can put good gas in it, and we can make it go and do all the things. And minerals is a big deal. We have 215 million gigabytes on our cells, but most of them won't even work without minerals. So that's why they're doing stuff with our food and with the chemtrails and everything, just to keep us so dumbed down that we don't even know we have a car.
I was just going to say, I love what you, and I want to understand your viewpoint a little more. You say right now an intuitive upgrade and an alignment is absolutely required.
It isn't required. Again, that's a choice. It's a personal choice. There are a lot of people that when I test them, I'll say, do you want to get well? And they test no. And so not everyone wants to be physically well. Not everyone wants to, because what are the benefits of being sick? People pay attention to you.
Yeah.
You get other, things. There's some people that literally don't want to be better for whatever reason. They don't want to know the truth. I'm sure you guys in the truther world have seen where you tell people stuff and they're just like, no, that's okay. I don't want to talk about it. And it's like, okay, but it's still there.
I want to get your opinion on the, well, first of all, before I go there, can you tell me when you said you test people and they said no, can you paint a picture for us? What does a test even look like where they were saying no, that I don't want to feel better?
Well, I do muscle testing, you can do pendulum stuff. I have bioscans, there's scalar waves. I don't personally do scalar waves, but I work with someone who does it for me. But just for example, I can do a bioscan and I can test EEGs, brain anatomy, body function, hormones, psychic attack, alignment entities, minerals, hormones, pretty much everything. And people will, if they test really, really low, it means that they're not even open to doing anything. Like they're doing it maybe because their husband took them or their wife took them or their mom made them do it or whatever. And usually those people score really low because there's already a shield up energetically that's like, you know what, don't test me, don't send me anything good. And you feel that on real people too, right? You know, we can feel it in our gut. This is our second brain. It has amazing miracles right here, as long as it's upgraded and has the good gas and all the things that we need. But you can walk into a room and you can be like, wow, everyone's pissed off, or you know, someone's hurt or whatever. You feel it. That's the technology that we have. We are an antenna and we're also a receiver. So you can know just walking in without words what's going on. And animals pick it up too. They're very, very sensitive beings. Their biofield is really far out. And, you know, like dolphins and horses are like, dolphins are undetectable. Horses 350 in feet. Ours is 6 to 8 feet, which is interesting why, you know, we get the distance, you know, six feet away, which is, where'd they get the number? But anyway, so yeah, it's transferable in the field. So, you know, it goes to that transfer factor again, where we can actually exchange. There is an exchange, whether you like it or not. There's an exchange, and we should not be afraid of getting something, because if we remembered our DNA, we'd be shooting that out and we would only get a match. So no one would even come around you unless they're high vibe, loving, kind, beautiful, healthy people.
What do you think, the truther movement you mentioned earlier, what do you think, hindsight being the best side of all, maybe, right? So back in 2020, what do you think that maybe things could have been done differently if you were to take a look at it now, than all that push and that movement and the collective energy going towards this is going to happen, this person's going to win, this is going to, what do you think? Is there anything you think that could have been done differently as a collective on that? Or do you think we just needed to stay the course and do it that way to learn from it?
As a collective, you know, you can, if everyone had stood up after the first time someone said 2 weeks, you know, whatever, if there would have been enough of us who were like, no, we're not doing that, then we wouldn't be where we are. Same thing with the election and everything else. Not enough people were pissed off about it enough to do anything. Not everyone recognized that they had a car in the driveway. They were just like, oh, the government's got this, and they'll drive the car, they'll do the things, and or just whatever. You know, we tend to put all of our eggs in anyone else but us. And it's like, nope, the cells are right here, the DNA is here, the choices are here, the willpower is here. And so if we all did that at once, we'd have a shot. What's going to happen? I don't know. It depends on everybody. Will is the key factor here, and will is 400,000 times stronger than even God in us. Meaning, God, when I test people, we can say like, are you in your alignment for God purposes? And it'll test a certain way. And then your personal purpose it can test lower on your personal or higher than God. God has a perfect way for us, but do we choose that? He gives us the free will, or she gives us, or source gives us free will. And so everyone in 2020 had a choice. Mm-hmm. And we got to see, and we're still seeing, who made the right choices, who made the wrong choices. But either way, all of it just shows us where we're at. I mean, if you go to the doctor and your arm's broken, you know, it's not bad necessarily that your arm's broken, although it's not fun. At least we know where we're at and we know how to fix it. So hopefully now people will go, oh, let's fix this. Maybe they won't. Doesn't know. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly. Maybe they won't. That's the problem. Because just to tag on that for 1 second, if we just went through something like we just went through, and that wasn't enough fire to be lit under people's rear end, what is it going to, what is it going to possibly take? My next question though, what does science have to say about crystals?
Oh gosh. So we've been using crystals forever anyway. But Tesla really gave us some ideas about how they work. And a lot of it's like Tesla got it, and a lot of these other people from reverse engineered technology off planet. So that could be future us coming back. It could, it could just be other beings. But either way, we've had the technology for a long time in crystals. Crystals are in the earth and they're pressurized and then formed, and they hold energy by recording it, and they can also give energy. So they're using a lot of hospital stuff. They're using this computer, or they're using phones. They're used in everything. So people are like, oh my God, crystals, that's, the devil or whatever. It's like, you're already using them. So are you the devil? Like, okay. But so everything is for us when we know that it's for us, when we remember that. But we ourselves are crystalline. So, this is a huge crystalline opportunity when it's not decalcified. And that is the main connector to God, to source, to other people, to being able to empath, what's happening. But yeah, different crystals do different things, just like different supplements, just like different oils, all of them work together.
Do you have a favorite crystal that you work with? Do you have a preferred, a favorite?
Right now, labradorite, and then anything black, pretty much all the black ones. Yeah.
Is that to absorb the negative energy, the blacks?
Yep.
That's a good idea. Maybe we should put a black one in our pocket.
What would you do to open up that pineal gland? What would you use?
Davana essential oil is really good. Yeah, making sure you sage, you keep the field clear. Decalcifying it through vitamin K, which is a lot of greens, and/or taking a supplement. Also, frankincense is really good. Any crystals like selenite or any blue crystals, kyanite, those are all helpful. And make sure you don't have fluoride in your toothpaste or in your water.
Fluoride free. Burt's Beeswax makes it.
Yeah, there's a lot. You just be careful with even some of the companies that used to be really good. They've been bought out, and they've put a lot of like AI, black goo, and other things. We just did a huge meeting with me and 2 other doctors. Actually, it started because of a 4th doctor who started testing supplements, and a lot of this is completely garbage, and it's full of AI and full of nanotech, and just another way to trace and or adjust the technology within us to not work or to be connected to their situation. But
I just want to get what you just said. Did you say you just randomly started testing supplements, and then you're noticing now there's nanotechnology? And so are you saying like we're just the stuff that we're normally used to eating and digesting is now also being infiltrated with the nanos?
We'd like to share a story. While it may sound fictional, it's very real and happening right now in front of our very eyes. It's called The Great Awakening. Our sisters and brothers that come on Spiritually Raw are doing everything to help expand global consciousness, and in many cases putting everything on the line to share their messages about what's happening around the world for the greater good of humanity, while exposing the truth of the deep state and the dark forces behind it all. We are living in the most unbelievable times. Some may even say biblical, scary for many and yet exhilarating for others. Together we are taking part in getting everyone acclimated to the Great Awakening process and the exciting new discoveries that lie ahead. The sad part is many of our amazing guests are being heavily censored, socially shamed, and outright banned on many platforms for exposing the truth and piercing the veil. By becoming a viewer, you bring your powerful energy towards this global movement of other truth seekers. If you're resonating with our show, please let us know by hitting the like button, sharing, subscribing, turn on the notification, and leave some comments. Together, we will turn the universal key to global harmony and create a unified world. And remember, tune in often, tell all your friends, and most importantly, may all your dreams come true. Thanks, and God bless Patriots worldwide.